Alright, hello everybody and welcome back to the HCA Winter 2024 quarterfinals. We have, real quick, hit the button, Helios versus Gary Busters Inc. And since the match is underway, as soon as that goes down, we can see everybody's coming into AA Network right now. Gives me a split second to slow down my camera. Slow down my mouse, get everything going. Oh,
like vehicle-wise.
Oops. Audio. Disconnect. Alright. I get confused on which one of the things I'm supposed to set for the teams, and so when I set them up, I couldn't remember. It's been a couple weeks, and I did them backwards, so then I got behind. But anyways, here we go. Off and running. There goes one of GBI as the first casualty. That's what I seen up there. Beta also went down. Joe goes down. Things are kind of hot here right at the start. Let's go up a little higher. See the Lukes over there up on the west side laying down some fire up there. I see another Luke's right there in the front door. You can see the medium is pushing over there to the 5 points over on the west side. But at the moment, Helios has the vast majority of the control of AA Network right now. So you can see that's happening right now. GBA's got the trench right there. They have a lot of guys coming in at the 5 points over there. Now, back my camera up. Take a look at what's going on below me as well. There's not a whole lot spreading out towards the east, just a couple of guys. Helios did take a few casualties there in the center. You can see that Artie coming down pretty heavy. But you got Tazi and Snack are the only two GBI guys up there close to the circle, and I don't think that they are in the circle. That trench I think is in the circle. So Snack is in the circle. That's about it. Oh no! There goes the Puma. Sorry, Hagrid. I saw the whole thing. You told me you were going to be in there, and I'm pretty sure that was you that I just watched explode. More explosions going on over there at the 5 points. The battle's getting really heavy over there. GBI pushing through for the most part. Helios still got a couple guys there. So they're holding. I don't know. There you can see GBI took a bunch of casualties. Now it's kind of evening up. In the center, same thing. Helios doesn't have as much control anymore. There is a few GBI guys there. Not entirely sure where their spawns are. You can see Helios has their spawns in a line down here south. Based off what we're seeing here, GBI's got a lot of their forces here just north of the 5 points, and then more up over here north, hooking around AA, pushing out towards the east. Just a couple of guys out here, not a whole lot. DJ and Cactus getting close to each other. DJ goes down, I think, to Cactus. There is the cap. Where's my thing? Let's see. That should be Helios. Captured AA Network. Gotta keep an eye on it. There goes the banner. AA Network goes to Helios. Pretty fast, too. Hour 23 minutes there with that initial cap, so good job on them getting the initial aggression on. Looks like GBI tried to go more for the 5 points over here on the west, and we're not able to push through and take it. So it seems like they wanted to control the high ground over there. I hear a lot of machine gun fire going off right now. You can see Kelly back there on the roof. Can I grab onto you? I can grab onto the tank. That's a solo Greyhound right there. Ooh, somebody blew the crap out of that machine gunner before I could see what they were shooting at. Luke's laying down some pain. A lot of spawn-ins there. You can see the medium got destroyed. That's what that big explosion was when I was calling out all those explosions. It was the medium going up. Alright, let's go ahead and back the camera up a little faster. Something else just blew up right there in AA. Didn't quite catch what it was. You can see the Luke's is... Where'd he go? Where'd he go? There he is. He's taking hits. That's what he's doing. Getting aggressive, trying to hold on to this 5 points area. They know this is the, excuse me, this is the side door. Not really the back door, but the side door of AA Network. Of course, GBI will know too that this is a very important position for Helios to have here, because it's one of the avenues of approach for break-core battery as well. They really need to make sure that Helios isn't able to keep control of this position. They need to get in here and take this if they want to get into AA Network. A lot of fighting going on here. Kisahomie goes down. Swerby goes down. Right? Swerby, is that what I saw? I'll see it again. Cap goes down. Cap, no! There goes a flare for GBI. Up in the north, GBI is just pushed across the open area. It's really hard to get across that open area. You can push down that hedge, but if a couple of guys are watching, and they know what they're looking for, and you can better believe these guys know what they're looking for, then they'll spot them coming across. Now, I hear some shooting over there in the east. Let's go ahead and we're going to swing down here and watch this for a second. Oh, wow. Look at this. The line has extended all the way down to the edge of the map. It's thin. You got Chami pushing through, so they're going to know there's people out here. DJs now is the end of the line for Helios. So maybe GBI will be able to swing around them. You know, we do know that they got a couple of guys right below us swinging out and around. But you can see Mike's squad got an OP up down over there, so they are reacting to it. We're not seeing it right now because I'm looking back towards the point at the moment. I can see supplies coming down for Helios over at the 5 points. But there is a bit of a fight going on over here at Pierre's farm. A couple of the teams are trying to get around each other's flanks. There goes a rocket over at the broken down building. Not sure what he's shooting at over there. That's like right up. Is it this one? Yeah, it's this one. There's no OP there, so he could have been trying to get a hold of that OP. Maybe he knows it there. Maybe he thought there was just something. What am I seeing dropping back here? Ammo. That's what I thought. Does seem like GBI is starting to get into the 5 points area. Sherby goes down. It was Sherby. I was right. Campo and Bruto now in there. They do have control of the area. Terry's squad gets a whole spawn in right behind the hedge there, right below us. I just heard a bombing run. There we go. Run, Angelo. Peace. Get down. No. That's the airhead. Right? Right there. There it is. Swing and a miss with the rocket. Down right by that hedge. Snack pushing up, looking to protect it. It's on the other side of that hedge, though. That leaves it a little bit exposed to rocket fire from Helios. AA is being capped by GBI. Helios starting to send a number of their reinforcements back into the circle to try and stop this capture. Over in the 5 points, Helios is also pushing north, trying to retake that territory. Don't know if they're aware of the airhead, though. Airhead gets a spawn in. A number of them getting taken down. They must be able to see that airhead then. But GBI does make it into the trenches. They're starting to take control. Ooh, that was a nice looking rocket. Goes a long range biffer right behind it too. Buzzy goes down. They had a foothold for a second. Did that get that airhead? It did not. Airhead is still alive, and there's a big spawn in. Here comes a counter bombing run right now. Flare goes up for GBI. Okay, they're just going right across the trenches. They're not going to get where the airhead is, so that may yet get one more spawn in. If they don't destroy it. I want to look at what's going on the flanks right now, but there's just a lot of fighting going on here at the point. It is stable at the moment, so we'll just go ahead and take a look at the map. It does look like Helios is starting to push up and through over there by Pierce Farm, starting to clear out that flank. We'll take a quick look. It's too far away to see if there's anybody at the edge of the map. So they could be a little bit intermixed over there, but so far it looks like Helios cleaned it up in the east. They have pushed through in the 5 points. They have cleared out the circle for the most part. I mean, they've cleared it of enemies. There they go. They got some guys pushing in. They're taking control of it now. Over at Dugout, same story. Helios has a pretty established line. There is a few guys from GBI kind of pushing through here, getting up on top of the hill. The Luke's right there below us, hitting them hard, though. Blows the crap out of him right behind that wall. I don't know if they got a spawn there still, but if they do, they might want to consider going somewhere else. There's the spawn and immediately start taking casualties. Got the Luke's already shooting at him. Throat Monkey coming up behind him. He's going to get that OP and clean that up. So, the west is looking clear. The center is holding strong. Over here in the east. Yeah, east is holding strong. Got a couple of squad leaders coming down from Pizza Slice trying to make their way in on the far east flank, but unless I see them break through anywhere, I think we're going to head back over here to the center. I do see Sealy up here, and I'm wondering what his plan is. What are you doing, Sealy? Trying to sneak around, get an OP up somewhere, maybe? Does see those supplies coming down. I bet he's sneaking around to get an OP up. Nobody spotted him so far. Magic is over there heading the other way towards DJ Square. He turned around and started heading back this way. Is there a garrison right below me somewhere? Right there. Garrison right there. Sealy was right next to it. Didn't see it. Kept going. Magic's marking infantry. Or no, somebody's marking infantry. Sealy's marking infantry. Is that? He just knows they're there. Well, he didn't get the garrison. He kept moving. Over here in the center. What is this? They got... Is that a 76? It's a medium. They got a medium starting to lend some of his weight to the center push here. Trying to push up this hedge. Snack sending some rockets out over on the flank. Some rockets coming in. I think I just saw a hit right there. Maybe. Try something different. We'll go up and over. Oh, not quite working the way I want it to. There we go. Campo making it into the trenches. There goes the tank, the medium back there, still laying down his fire. Campo goes down. Panda and Circe right on top of each other. They go down. There was a satchel on the building down there. Look at Helios flooding forward into GBI territory. Flo just in that trench by himself. Helios swinging around the wheat field. Ooh, there goes a rocket. They know there's something there. Snack goes down. Cheap goes down. Gang is out in front. Chuba Baba goes down. Sky in the trench all by himself. Sherby has now made it up to the trench that's just inside the circle. And you can see Helios as well over there on the 5 points. Pushing through, pushing up to the trenches there just outside of the Breakor Manor. The gardens. I don't like this view I have going on right now. I can't see what's going on in the distance. Supplies coming down for Helios at 5 points. Looks like they might have lost the garrison. I tried a new view and I didn't really care for it. I don't know. You guys tell me what you think. If you like those overhead views like that. I don't know. I don't like it because I can't see what's going on in the distance, but... Full making it up towards the 5 points. Shadow now the only one there to stop him. Angelo up there in the trench, pushing past the front door of AA into this kind of central area here. He's just outside. Well, he's down here, actually. He's down here. So he's still pretty in the front door of AA. He's getting close to that tank, close enough to mark it. I'm sure it was already marked beforehand, but kind of a big push coming towards 5 points. A lot of troops already in place to stop it. There's a supply truck coming up. Not sure what they're doing. They just dropped supplies there as well, so I don't know if maybe they got destroyed. They might have got destroyed. No, they got a garrison. Backup supplies, maybe? Supply truck driving around doing his thing. Putting down supplies. GBI now kind of swinging out towards the east. And a little harder, too. They're getting up into Pierre's. DJ's squad has been over there defending, and he's starting to get pressed. Yeah, GBI's got a bit of a presence going on here in the east. Let's swing out wide of them and look back towards the point. Oh, Zest by himself there. Okay, Throat Monkey spawns in. Hopefully they have more spawns there. They do got some garrisons. They do still have, I mean, they've been holding their line pretty much along this road. No. That's not what I want you to do. Along this road. This whole road right behind the point, that's where they've been holding their line. Which, coincidentally, is also like the crest of this hill. So it's a good spot to hold. Zest gets a hold of Pan with a machine gun up close. Cheap goes down up there at AA Network with Flo getting up close. It looks like there's a little bit more going on up there at AA. And here's Zest shooting his machine gun below us too. Oh no, it's not Zest. I think it's Walk over there on that building doing some long range fire towards Perpy and Ruzi. Good spawn in for Helios here down at Pierre's, enough to stop this push through down here on this flank. There's still a number of guys for GBI there in between these two spots, but not really across the open area. I mean, you got Jesus here and Pan. But they're looking really lonely right now up against DJ and Nuntide. Nuntide, Runtide. I don't know. It's a crossed rifle symbol. I don't know what letters it's supposed to stand for. Over here in the center, whose tank is that? GBI has their tank right up in their face, getting really aggressive. His infantry support goes down though, so he might want to get out of there. You might want to consider just throwing it in reverse. Takes a rocket shot to the front. That's going to get some damage, though. It did get a hold of him. Excel not able to get his second rocket shot off into him. No other ATs in the area. Just as jumping out to try and get some repairs. Let's see if Angelo is able to spot him. Angelo's in the road looking the other way. So it does look like that tank will most likely get repaired up. He is taking some hits though. Without those repairs, he might have been destroyed. He does go down. I think Angelo got him right before going down himself. That tank needs to get out of there right now. Everybody hates him. They hate you. Leave. He's going to back right into that trench. Now, I'm pretty sure he could just drive right out of it because he's not a truck. Takes another hit. That's 4 rocket hits. He's survived now. Don't even have their commander anymore because he got shot down while doing repairs, and they still refuse to completely back out of there. They do seem to be backing off, though. Helios pushing now into the circle. 5 rocket hits survived. He is absolutely backing off and getting out of there now. Hagrid trying to get up behind the 76 now. He takes a hit from one of the tanks somewhere, it sounded like. I think he's dueling. Who's with the recon tank, maybe it looked like? I don't see where Hagrid went. He's down here. He got taken down before he could get behind the tank. There was some hits on the 76. What about the other one? Did the other one get out of there? I don't see him. He's still there somewhere, I think. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. They are trying, I think Prophet is going to get a satchel onto the 76. Doesn't matter. It gets blown to pieces by... I don't know. I don't know. What's going on here? Okay, here's the heavy back here. But he's on the other side of this hill. So he shouldn't really be able to see any of this. He's still way back there. Am I blind? There we go. Okay, there is. There's a heavy right here. He's right here. That's why I couldn't see him. He's underneath all these OPs and stuff. He's hiding from me underneath all these OPs. Smoking 76s. Goodness. Helios takes back control of AA. It's really hard to push out of, push across St. Marie du Mont. There's a lot of open areas, and there's only a few avenues where you can push where it's not just wide open. And these guys are good at seeing through the wheat fields. Here comes a bombing run. That is not a Helios. That is a GBI bombing run. Doesn't look like they got a ton with it. Maybe trying to take out the garrison for the 5 points. Over in the east, nobody from Helios, and there's a number of GBI guys who have snuck through. You got Perpy and Sky here up close. Perpy most likely has an OP somewhere nearby. Yep, there it is, right there in the wheat field. Yeah, GBI is starting to kind of slip through in the east a little bit. Getting a lot of pressure on. They're starting to make it through, get onto the circle here on this side. This garrison's lit up, so they know that they're aware that those forces are close. Perpy's right there. Perpy goes down, I think, to Prophet. OG Panda gets Snack. Taking some fires at Trolley. Trolley go... Nope, Trolley's still up. He gets Panda. Trolley gets Panda. Boom. Trolley gets blown up from... From what? Recon tank? There he is. Duck Saw. Duck Saw blew you to pieces from back here. Keyholing through the little cracks in the walls there. Don't get stuck now. GBI's still slipping through on this side though. They haven't got this OP yet. They're aware of it. They're putting the pressure on it. They're trying to stop it, but it's still there. A literal thorn in their side. There goes the flare for Helios. So they're gonna see there's only a couple of guys there, but they're probably gonna guess that they're spawning in from that wheat field there. Shift the camera over here further east. Here comes the Puma over here towards Pierre's. Help these guys clean this up. Got the Mo magic icon right up in here. Mo maybe looking to get a satchel on that Puma if he can get close to it. He's going for it. He's on it. Oh, he fell off. He fell off. I don't think he's going to catch him. He just kept going. Ooh, that's a lucky Puma. I thought he had him. Helios still holds on to this corner, though. They still got their garrison right there, so GBI did slip through over here in the east a little bit, but not really doing a ton of damage with this breakthrough. Helios doing well to hold on to it, and even pushing through over here on the 5 points. They actually have guys up into the trenches here just outside of Gardens. With a little bit of tank support over there on the hilltops. That's where that Tiger went, who was heading in that direction a moment ago. There's Hagrid. Proceeds is right there in the bushes. He might have spotted Hagrid. Hagrid goes down. Oh, there's a 76 right here. GBI now flooding up into those trenches, trying to prevent this from happening. There's Cap. Cap goes down. Prophet goes down. Trolley Waffle runs around the corner, gets taken out by Gus. Brutal takes out Gus. Hagrid and Brutal kill each other. Sherby is looking all alone. He's waiting. He's got the rocket. He shoots it a little early. They come through. He gets Fuzzy. Proceeds is still there. Sherby is still alive. Sherby manages to hold until another spawn-in comes in. Boom! But he gets taken out by the tank, who has had enough. He had enough of them holding onto that trench. Look at that mess. What a fight that was. Over here in Dugout, same thing. Things are getting really close and heated. Looks like things are getting hot on the flank. There's Hagrid again, shifting around. Getting taken out. He gets brick rolled. Hagrid, no, you got brick rolled. Oh, back over here at AA itself. Exiled makes it into the circle. Gets taken out, but he made it into the circle. They haven't been in the circle in a while. I have to give it to them. Does look like they managed to push through and take control of Pierre's now. So now you can see that GBI is starting to get a bulge going on over here, but at the same time, Helios is starting to push up towards Breakor. And since Helios is the one who controls AA, as long as they don't lose AA, this gives them the better position. I mean, GBI can set up garrisons over here, and they can be prepared to attack St. Marie de Vermont should they capture AA. But unless they can capture AA, this position doesn't do them much good except for, you know, just a staging point to attack from this direction, which they've been doing all along. I see a lot of them pushing past south, but that doesn't mean that they can't get down and around, though. They've already got garrisons locked up down there. You can see Cactus has a garrison, gets taken out by DJ. Clears the garrison, but he obviously knows exactly where it is now. Things are pretty hot over here in the east. Over in the west, 5 points getting pretty hot. It looks like Helios got pushed out of the trenches here outside of Gardens, between Gardens and 5 points, and are actually pushed back into 5 points. There's a lot of GBI power here right now. They get the better end of that fight. NES is the only spawn. Okay, there's a couple more. Cap has his guys here. They're going to do what they can to hold on to this position. There's the garrison right there in front of us. They got to make sure that that stays alive. Cap goes down. NES trying to get around. There's a big spawn in on the garrison. Immediately start shooting. Fuzzy goes down. That spawn in should be enough to keep that garrison alive. But again, GBI is going to know exactly where that garrison is. Not that it's hard to guess, I suppose, but yeah, if you know exactly where it is, you can do things like that. Blow it up with a rocket. Satchel completely takes out GBI, though. Did they have... Must have just been an OP, but that was a big Satchel explosion. Fuzzy goes down from across the hill. Washed goes down. I think that was Washed's Satchel that did all that. That was cool. It's cool to see. Flo pushing across the open ground, trying to get into the trench, goes down. Alright, let's back up. Like, back up. Try and get a better look at the whole battlefield. Turn the camera this way a little bit. You can see... Now, we can't see Dugout from this look, but we can see that GBI is pushing through over at Pierre's, and they're starting to swing around in the east and get around AA from the east side. It's starting to get around to the southeast into those wheat fields over there. You can see Cactus probably has his OP. Does go down. Maybe to Nuntide? I don't know. There's some Helios forces over there meeting them, trying to stop them. Over here on the west side, the left of Helios's line, looks pretty much the same as it did a minute ago, with the exception of the exchange that took place in the trenches right there. GBI starting to push forward, gets blasted with a huge artillery hit. Dude, they did have their tank pushed up. He has taken around, I think, from Sherby just now. Jumps out for the repair, gets blasted. That seemed like a tank hit. Where the heavy is down here, you can see him right there. Keyholing through the hedges there. Why am I having such a hard time remembering what things are called today? Am I having a stronk? Something wrong with me? Brain is slow, I guess. I don't know. Shouldn't have had so much caffeine early in the day. Supplies coming down for Helios here at the 5 points, trying to get their garrison back up now. Still managing to keep GBI away, barely. Brutal is right up in there. Over here on the east, on the right flank of Helios, it really seems like GBI is starting to get a stronger foothold, and that could be a problem for Helios. You don't want them getting a bunch of OPs up in these wheat fields along these hedges and start getting around behind you. Now, I do see 2 squad leaders for Helios down here, so they are obviously reacting. I mean, I had 2 squad leaders right in front of me. You've also got 2 more squad leaders over there in the east. Tits McGee. Tits McGee. That was my sister's nickname. Jesus Christ. I've always hated it because, you know, gross. My sister. Sorry, Tits McGee, but you're my sister now. Sucks to be you. Too much information? Yeah, too much information. Alright, getting back to the battle. Brutal managed to get in here. Did he get those supplies down? Man, he's in that house. Look at all of the Helios guys going after him. Look at that. Just said, no, this is our corner. This is our intersection. Get out of here. Angelo goes down here in the center. Just kind of some back and forth going on here across this open area. Some rockets going back and forth. A lot of the fighting has been happening either here or over towards Pierre's. Here comes the back and forth again. You can see Helios is pushing out from the 5 points. They're taking some casualties. They still got a number of guys up. A couple of guys do make it into the trench. That almost looked like a friendly fire tank round. Joe, all by your lonesome up in there. Living a little longer than I thought. Did he just get that OP right there? I think he did. He goes down, but not before getting what looked like a spawn. I think. Could be mistaken. 2 squad leaders there to get replaced immediately, though. Artillery coming down hard, stopping this attack. Rockets going in. Take a look at the map. Line is still kind of holding right here. It does look like Helios did manage to push back up towards Pierre's. They haven't taken control of the actual farmhouse, but they do seem to have a good cordon going on around here holding this out, keeping GBI from using this to attack AA anymore. I don't see any GBI gears. GBI. Did I say Helios or GBI? I don't know what I said. I don't know what I said. But anyways, GBI is no longer over here on the flank of AA. They're pushed way out to Pierre's. flares going up for GBI. You can see a catch that there's a couple of guys pushing up the hedge, trying to make their way into... Don't know what you guys call this. Doorstep. That's what I'm going to call it, because it's the doorstep of AA. Over here at doorstep, that long range rocket comes in, doesn't get anything. Some tank rounds coming through. Tanks are marked. They know it's there. Angelo is not really able to make it all the way up through the edge of doorstep. There goes a flare for Helios. Not sure if that wave of troops right there is caught by that flare. I don't think it is. No, that flare is more over here. Right? The Helios? Right? And the red... And the green one over here is GBI, right? Because green is American. I'm gonna play this game more often. I play this game all the time, but I just... That stuff like that doesn't matter until you're casting, and then all of a sudden it matters. You know what? I can figure it out right here. What's this one? That was the red one. The red one is the Germans. Yeah, I used my brain for a second. Murray goes down. Boom! Artillery getting some casualties here at the 5 points. Hagrid and Gus now pushing out. Perpy gets Gus. Perpy goes... He got Hagrid, then got taken out, and then he took out Gus. Snack over there goes down in the trenches. He was up in there, though. He made it pretty close to the broken down house. Not anymore. Helios pushing back up to take back control of the trenches. They're also pushing up into 5 points, taking back control of this territory. I haven't looked over in dugout for a while. Let's see what's going on over here. Does kind of seem like Helios pushed through a little bit, but these tank traps are not the best cover to make it over here. Piskisk goes down. From where? Why does the tracers make it seem like he's getting shot from over there? I don't understand that. Well, there is definitely some GBI guys that did manage to slip through. Exiled in there all alone. Drasnik with an MG. Where's the OP? They have to have an OP or something here is my guess. Maybe not. That had to be what he was looking for. But let's go ahead and fly back up. Take a look back at Pierre's. Let's go back and look at Pierre's. We've been spending a lot of time at the center. It really seems like if there's going to be a breakthrough, it's going to happen on one of these flanks. It's already happened a couple times, so let's take a look over here. Cactus trying to get out and around. Jaywalk. Was that a mine that just went off on the garrison there? Spawn in for DJ. Their OP was lit up just now. I seen that. I hear shooting all the way out on the edge of the map, too. What's going on over here? Whiskey and Tits McGee trying to get out and around. Pan gets a hold of Tits McGee, though. Right up the center. DJ and Cactus both go down. Pan goes down to... Must have been to Sealy. Ooh, Cactus's OP is right there. Let's take a moment to see if Sealy can get that. He is creeping. He goes down to Cactus. He does not get that OP. Back in the center. Fuzzy making out and made it through. He's trying to get around. Let's just stop the camera here for a second. We've probably got a pretty good view. GBI getting some pressure going on pretty hard right now. They're trying to push into 5 points, and they also got a good amount of pressure here, right here in the center as well. In that trench, Flo tries to push out and around, gets taken down. They've got that 76 back there in the open field. Got some crossfire going on for them too. Where are... Helios has one of their tanks up there. You can see them up on the high ground over there on the left side of the screen. Don't think he has any shots on that tank though, or else he would have blown it to pieces by now. Excuse me. Helios is now pushing out from there. I do hear a bombing run. That seems to be a GBI bombing run up there on the high ground. They did just get the garrison with it. I think they got some damage on those tanks with it too. Oh yeah, both of those tanks got hurt by that bombing run. That was a good bombing run. Didn't get a ton of infantry kills or anything, but it got the garrison and it messed up both of those tanks, which at the very least makes them have to be cautious or have to be repaired. So they can't just be aggressive, which is good for GBI, because I'm only seeing their 176 right now. I don't see any other tanks for them. That doesn't mean they don't have them, I'm just not seeing them. I keep wanting to think that's a tank, but it's not. It's just like a pile of boxes. Angelo has pushed his squad out now from AA, so they're getting out and away from the center a little bit. Pushing out. 76 is now pushing over in that direction, so they are aware of that pressure in the center of the line. Over in the east, still kind of the same. Does seem like GBI did take control of actual Pierre's farm, of the farmhouse. That garrison is still there, so they haven't been able to push through and take it. Angelo now out by himself, way out, almost on the flank now. No longer right there in doorstep. More supplies coming down at 5 points for Helios, trying to get that garrison back up yet again. Scythe trying to back his tank up now after taking some damage. He had pushed down around here through and up that way. I don't think he was trying to stop that attack. Now when I zoom in over here, I don't see too much going on over there. There we go. The tank that was up on top of the hill got something. What did he get? Another AT gun. They've been dueling it out with a ton of AT guns over here. Goodness! Look at that! You would think you would start building in a different spot by now. Okay, let's slow down. Where the heck am I? Where am I? Way down here over by Pierre's. Oh, I'm all zoomed in. That's what's going on with the camera. I had it all zoomed in. Sorry about that. If it made you dizzy, you have every right to yell at me, and I'm sure you will. Whiskey, all by him, lonesome over here. Chami trying to get a hold of him as he hides. He's got his OP right there. He's got to keep that OP alive. Chami trying to get out and around and takes care of Chami. The OP did survive. He was able to keep that OP alive. They really need that over there on that flank. They got the garrison, but they need to make sure that they stay up across that open area. Tits McGee needs to make sure that they keep their OP alive, at least for now. Pierre's still there. The garrison's still holding strong. I'll head back over here in the west. There was a lot of pressure going on over here a moment ago, and it looks like it all got cleaned up. Other than NES making it up into the trench over here. What are you doing, NES? He's getting some kills. By the time I lock onto him, he's going to explode, and I was right. He did explode. Was not able to get that OP that was right there. And with that, nobody is able to... Oh, Sandiari's trying to get across the open area there and next to Prophet. Kind of running right past each other. Prophet goes down. Looks like he got shot in the back from Sandiari. They will have heard those shots. Joe's heading that way. Joe doesn't find anybody. Sandiari laying low. tank hits going on in these trenches, just shredding people. The 76 right behind it, very wounded looking. I want to go sit over here on top of the hill for a moment. Yeah, he's got a good view of that trench with his machine gunner watching the dugout over to our left, making sure the infantry can't come up over the hill and take him out. And there is, GBI is right there, right in his face. He is backing off now a little bit. Smoke's coming down. GBI pushing over here on the left. Helios loses their infantry over here. They do get a spawn in, but GBI is starting to make some progress over here in dugout. You can see Helios is pushing up the back side of this, and we've kind of been seeing this a lot this whole match, that GBI will push up and take control of the hilltop right here, but Helios manages to keep control of dugout itself. Well, the other side of dugout, I should say. AA was getting capped just now. What's going on, fellas? Very briefly, AA started getting a cap. I think there was just a lot of GBI guys in the center for a minute. I don't think they were really making it into the circle, but... Boom! Some big hits there. Tank routes coming across from the 76, trying to blow these guys out of the houses, trying to keep the pressure on the center. Seems like for a moment they were trying to come right across the front door. Let's back up over here a little bit. Try and get a broader view again of the battlefield. This line is just held steady. I mean, Helios has basically just held this line here. They did at several points hold the line all the way out across this road, but GBI's been pushing down and around this way, trying to get around this flank. They haven't been able to do it yet. They have managed to slip through here a few times, but that's about it. As for Helios, I saw that one squad leader who slipped up and around, but I have not seen them do a ton of infiltrating. They're just holding a solid line. Fighting it out. Chubababa almost makes it into the circle before it gets taken out. Oh, there goes the Tiger. Pushing up into the trenches. Takes a rocket hit from Trolley. Taking some rounds from his left across the field. There's a tank over here somewhere. Right there. Getting some ricochets on the Tiger. You can see him over there on the left, right behind that tree. Right by those tank traps. Trying to get more shots on the Tiger. I don't know if the Tiger knows where he is. Looks like the Tiger's trying to back off. He's the 76 is hiding behind that tree. And the Tiger looks like he's going to back completely off. I think he's going to make it out of there. Unless that 76 lands a keyhole shot him. He might just be lining his shot up, waiting for him to, drive across a certain spot. I don't think he is. It looks like the 76 is going to make the hedge line. However, without his presence there, the infantry for GBI is pushing into 5 points. I don't know. Helios does have a garrison here. They do have a garrison there, and they have a Luke's close by as well to help with the defense here, but there's not a whole lot of infantry backing it up right now. A lot of the tank battles are going on over here on the west side of the map where the high ground is, which makes sense, of course. You get the high ground with the tank, and you can send rounds across the whole world, so... GBI really trying to push through 5 points. Seems to be the major, most important position here. It's the key. If you can take control of this crossroads, if GBI, I should say, can take control of these crossroads, then they'll have the ability to essentially cut Helios in half and then push right down this road into AA using this wall here, which is up on high ground. They can use that wall and this hedge all up and down to just lay fire into those trenches. It's not high ground, but it's high, you know, high ground, elevation. Tell him, Obi-Wan. Tell him about the high ground. Oh, wait, that's right. Obi-Wan's not here. And is a fictional character. Pierre's farm still kind of sparse. Not a ton of people here. There's not a lot of action going on here. There's a lot of the build-up's just right here. It's the 5 points. Goes back and forth. They're just really trying to push through. GBI does have the hilltop over there west of 5 points. Already hit. Almost landed directly on that tiger. He's still very damaged. Where's the other tiger? The other tiger went down. He was right there a second ago when we went to look at Pierre's. No, there you... No! That's the 76. He pushed right up and in there while we weren't looking. He must have pushed right up the main road. Got behind the one tiger, took him out. He does have a lot of pressure behind him. Gets the other tiger. 2 tigers for that 76. Jeez, we turned our heads for 2 seconds. Miss a major tank battle. I didn't think he would get aggressive and push in there, but he sure did. Loses a bunch of his crew. Loses all of his crew. Gets satcheled. We didn't see the satchel, but we did see the result. Helios trying to do their best to clean this up. Looks like they had... I thought they had a garrison up here. So it looks like they lost their garrison that was at Dugout, but they still got lots of garrisons. They got a decent garrison spread yet. What they don't want is this right here, what we're seeing right now, which is GBI taking control of 5 points. Skiz jumps out, takes care of proceeds, keeps his truck alive. Golem goes down. Skiz keeps his truck alive, but he's no longer in it. Does not even have the luxury of getting in that truck and using it. The danger is too close. GBI now making the trenches in the front door, using their tanks. They got 176 here at 5 points. One there right in the front door of the trenches. Both of those tigers going down was a devastating loss for Helios. And GBI knew it. They capitalized right away on the loss of those tanks. It takes a long time to get those tigers back, even just one of them, to get the time it takes him to drive back to the front. You can hear him now. He's just now getting up there, but he's got his work cut out for him. Let's back up a little more. Now, it does look like Helios is doing a decent job of cleaning this up, but that doesn't mean that the danger is over. There is a tiger. There is 2 tigers back again, so he did manage to get 2 tigers back up right away. For the most part. One of them pushes to 5 points. He's dueling it out with the 76 that's over there. We barely were able to catch the kill as the bombing run rolled past, so that one of the 76s goes down. The other one may or may not have just gotten satcheled by Hagrid. I don't think he got it on there. It doesn't look like he was close enough, but he was there. Got recon over there. Cost just riding into battle on top of the tank, like General Patton. Bunch of rockets going into the downed house, getting the sharpshooters out of there. The forward observers, whatever job he was doing. You can see there goes another airhead in the exact same spot for GBI, and that was a mistake because Helios spotted it immediately this time and took it out with a rocket. Helios doing a great job of cleaning this up. They've almost got it, the ticker pulled all the way back. GBI still has a decent presence in both the trench and in the 5 points. I'm seeing pings out here in the east. Does look like they cleaned up in the east over here pretty good as well. Helios holding on to the point, but GBI not giving up. I'm going to swing this back this way so that we can see the east a little bit. Artillery doing what it can to stop GBI from getting in here. They're getting more spawn-ins. They're taking control of the 5 points, at least of the house. Squeeze makes it in behind NES. NES up in the house by himself. At the moment, GBI has the better look of the point itself. Helios has more troops in the capture area, though. Bear inside the house at the 5 points trying to hold on to that area. Tazi trying to push out and around, find the garrison. I hear a bombing run. Here comes the bombing run for Helios. It's going to go right across our face. Looks like it's going to get more friendlies than enemies. Run, Beta, run! It's going to get the friendly tank. It's going to kill nothing but friendlies. Ouch. Proceeds goes down. Over in the east, though, GBI immediately switching up, pushing a bunch of their forces over on the east side. Now they have a decent presence over here. They might be able to swing through and get some of these spawns, clear this out. Helios just has the one garrison back here on the back side of the wheat field over there on the right side of the screen. Sealy is right by it. Get him, Celio. Why did I call him Celio? Sealy goes down. Celio, no! They get a spawn in on the garrison, though, so hopefully they can hold on to that for their sake. Icon pushing that way. Obviously, he's going to be looking for spawns. They're likely to have something in that area, but GBI is pushing through over on the east side, keeping it very pressured on the west side as well here at 5 points and at dugouts. They've also pushed out and around dugouts. Helios getting pushed in. They are very pushed in. They're almost pushed down into a circle right now. GBI is completely encircling them right now, limiting their ability to use their spawns. They still have a lot of spawns, but so they didn't lose their spawns. They still have them. They can spawn in a number of places and get behind GBI. So they're not at a loss yet. Here you can see them doing it right below me. Gas Mask and Widow are swinging out and around towards the south side of dugout to take out Campo and whatever he's got there. Most likely an OP there somewhere. Campo hanging low, gets Gas Mask. Campo, you camping bitch. That's just rude. Just kidding. That was a good kill. Widow pushing up behind him, gets Campo in the back though while he's looking up the hill. Should have stayed down in the trench. I hear shooting to my left. Nuntide goes down as Agilon pushes out and around, looking like he's going to get a hold of this garrison with a rocket. Nice shot by Agilon. As I talk about their good garrison spread, GBI has to go and start killing them. First Livestream I've been in with ads. Like, I don't understand how you guys get the little, like, ads at the bottom like this. I don't understand how you guys do that, because I have mine set to supposed to be like that, I thought. I don't know. I'll have to talk to one of the other streamers. Maybe they can explain it to me. I'm sorry. If you don't like the ads. GBI starting to push up the hill. I forgot about the ads. I need to do something about that. I need to find a way to make them less intrusive. Because I don't want you guys to be bothered by ads when you're watching my streams. Tiger over here on the high ground. Toasty trying to get to him. Gets taken out by no-scoped. I still hear a lot of shooting over here on the other side of dugout. Widow and Gas Mask trying to push out and around. Did they manage to get a garrison up? They did get a garrison up over there. They can see it's hot. Helios controlling 5 points as well as the center, except for Cersei there and Chubababa. Cersei and Chubababa are up in there by themselves, but over here in the east, it's starting to look good for GBI. Now, Helios is obviously reacting to this. They got a number of guys heading that way. Zest goes down, though. And you can see Chami, a squad leader, up over there in the tank tracks. So they're looking to get stuff going on over there. You can see something just blew up below us. Probably a truck. Number of infantry markers going down for Helios. They're starting to feel this pressure over here on the east side. Pan with his MG up on top of Pierre's farmhouse. Icon goes down. Sealy goes down. Celio, no. Okay, that's the last time. It's probably not the last time, but I'm going to say it's the last time. GBI has a pretty firm hold over here in the east. They're not really capitalizing on any of that. They might just be waiting for some more reinforcements. I feel like they could get a little more pressure through this wheat field. It's not as easy as you think it is. There goes a flare for Helios, though. You're going to see there's not a lot there. GBI not able to push through as well as I thought they would. They were looking really good for a second there, but Helios has a lot of their guys over here now cleaning this up. They're not all the way over to Pierce Farm. You can see the line. Man, it just... I got to go back over here to Dugout, too, because they just... GBI is doing a good job on the flanks. They're really getting a lot of pressure out. Now, you got to hand it to Helios. They're both holding the point and doing decent counterattacks to these flanks. But GBI has been slowly taking more and more control out here on the edges of the map. Oh, wrong way. Now, I think they're trying to get up behind this Tiger here. You can see they're trying to build a repair station for him. Make sure that he stays up there for all of eternity, because you do not want to lose your Tiger up there. He has been doing so much work on top of that hill. That's why you can see that there's another 76 coming up the road right now. I was just about to say they might try to do that again, and here he comes. You can zoom out? I didn't know that. I didn't know you could zoom out while you're locked onto people. That's a useful piece of information right there. Let's see if he can get behind this Tiger. Tiger doesn't see him yet. I don't think he's got a shot on him. Terry's pushing up. Some rockets going out. He might be spotted by Widow. Widow was over to my right before. I don't see the Tiger reacting to him. He's backing up. The driver had to have seen him come up and over that hill. Can he not see the Tiger? Is he just barely cresting this? Gets a hit on him. Tiger's going to run. He's going to try and run over the hill in the other direction. Will he get the reload in time? I can't see through all the blue dots. I don't think that Tiger's getting out of this one. He just crashed into the hedge. Oh, takes a round to the turret and doesn't die. Look at Widow. Widow throwing the smoke in his face. Beta getting out there. Crew members coming out. Widow takes out the crew member. They get a satchel on the 76. The Tiger does go down. However, they get a satchel on the 76. It might be as heavy for a heavy. Widow, I knew you were over there. What a beautiful play by your squad. Some more tank rounds coming in. Just making sure that that 76 has no chance to jump out and defuse that. And boom, 76 goes down. There goes the satchel over there in the middle of nowhere. That looked, that's weird. Not sure why it did that, but 76 goes down. There's some capping going on over here in the center while that's happening, though, because after the Tiger went down, again, GBI gets aggressive. Another tank battle going on over here. Tiger and a 76 right in each other's face. They're wounded. I would not want to be that 76 right now. But he got the first shot off, and he landed it in the sweet spot. That was some nice shooting over there by, who's our gunner? Meat Patty. Meat Patty goes down to... That was over here somewhere. Oh, maybe it was behind me. Looked like it came from over here on the right, but I guess I could be mistaken. And wow, Helios has pushed through over here on the east. They've cleaned up Pierre's farm. A little intermixed here in the center yet, but it looks like they're holding on to gonna hold on. There is a spawn in for GBI. Immediately gets wiped out with a big arty hit. Another spawn in. They still got some forces here in the center. They're keeping the pressure on, getting down to about the last 20 or so minutes. Where's Sniper Girl? I haven't seen a Sniper Girl. There comes the Puma. Gets taken out with a long-range rocket from Snack. Nice shooting, Snack. GBI getting a lot of pressure here in the very front door of the circle. However, Helios has a hold of 5 points. They got more supplies coming down. They look like they're trying to get their garrison back up. No, they've got a garrison up there. They just back up supplies, just spamming those supplies, making sure they can keep their garrisons up at all times. GBI is capping again. There is a tiger right outside the circle here. So if they need to, they can always throw that tiger into the circle for cap weight. So GBI getting the cap on, but I don't think that they're going to be able to do much with this, trying to come across the open there. They do have a couple spawn-ins in that trench, though, so the Artie is just coming down on him. He's dropping the Artie like right in the center of that trench and just wiping those guys out. More spawn-ins for Helios. Gonna stop this. They're gonna stop this cap. They're gonna prevent GBI from getting too much damage done here in the center. That's, yeah. Helios cleans it up. Excuse me. Helios cleans it up. Holds on to it. A couple of tank battles happened. A couple of cap battles. Snack. Whoa, dude. What happened? Dude was flying. A couple of tank battles. A couple of back and forths. Some good action for a match that's essentially been, you know, an hour and 10-minute stalemate at this point. It's been a good match, though. It's been a good fight. Really been loving some of this action. There is nobody here on the hill. Nobody here on the hill. Completely empty. That is crazy to see. There's a spawn in from No Scope, and you can see Prawnhub, the commander for GBI, is snuck around. Beta spawns in right in his face. Not sure what Beta just shot at. Gets a hold of Prawnhub. Seemed like he was shooting through a little window there or something in the building, maybe? Could see him. I don't know. These guys are good at shooting like through little tiny holes and stuff that I can't. I need more of my screen. I need to be able to see something. Looks like Helios is gonna hold on to this over here. GBI also switching their attack now. It looks like they're going back to the front door. They were pressuring this flank for just a moment, but as soon as it was spotted, they went right back to the front door. They are getting the pressure on there. You can see Loishin has a squad there. I don't know if I think he was already there. I don't think his OP ever got cleaned up. There's some pressure over here in the 5 points. Helios has a lot of guys waiting for it, though. There's a 76 on the other side of the hedges. Trying to support that attack. There's another tank. What do we got? Is that a Stewie? That's a Stewie. We got a Stewie over there pushing up the hill. Here comes another Tiger pushing back towards the hill, though. I'm not sure. He might be able to get some shots on that 76. Not from there, but if he was to push further up the hill to his left, might be able to get some shots on that 76 where he is. Looks like GBI is getting very aggressive here in the center. Like, very aggressive. They've managed to push into 5 points. They're using that tank. You can see the Tiger is now starting to send some rounds at the 76. 76 starting to back off a little bit. The infantry is going to feel the loss of their tank support. Is that a medium? Looks like they pushed a medium right up in the front door and on the back side of that trench. They're trying to support those spawn-ins right there, keeping Helios from using that broken down house to call out the movements of their troops. Here comes a bombing run. That doesn't sound like a friendly bombing run. Here it goes. I think they got the garrison with that. At least the one that was over there by 5 points. They also did some damage to the Tiger. That was a decent looking bombing run. Not a ton of kills, but I think they got the garrison that was over here. And yeah, Helios kind of encircling around GBI, and GBI is just pushing the circle. They're all concentrated right here in the circle, and they are about a third of the way capped now. It's getting hot. Loishin makes it into the trench. Zesty goes down from Loishin. Han gets Leuchten. Cost goes down. Campo is all the way in the back doing his thing in the bushes. Trolley gets gang. It's getting heavy. GBI's in there. The Helios starting to pull it back. Some good spawn-ins from Helios now. GBI is starting to lose their reinforcements. The 76 is pushing forward. I think he knows that Tiger's wounded. Wicks jumps out for the emergency repairs. 2 crew members are out of that Tiger. That Tiger is doomed. He's so fucked. There he goes. Oh, man. What do we got over here? We got the other Tiger over here. Thought I saw some flames. Maybe? No? Maybe it was just a rocket hitting him. That Tiger's doing all right, though. He's holding that side, but the 76 gets another Tiger. He's going to back off a little bit, try and support his infantry as they push into the 5 points. And it looks like GBI is going to try this front door push a 3rd time now here in the last 15 minutes. Getting down there on the time. Things are getting really aggressive. There's no longer any flanking tactics going on at the moment. At least not that I'm watching. A little bit, actually, now that I say that. I said it and realized I hadn't looked, so, you know, I looked, and sure enough, GBI is swinging out and around this way a little bit, trying to get out and around, keeping the pressure on in the center, but if they can get some pressure on this flank over there with Magic Squad, they might be able to catch some of Helios's guys out of position. They are taking control of the 5 points. There's a big spawn-in right there for Cap. He's trying to push his squad back up in there. They're trying to prevent them from taking control of that corner. They can use that high ground and put some fire into AA network and support their troops as they push in the front door. Here comes Cactus on the other side. OG, Panda, and Nuntide now pushing out towards the east, aware that GBI has troops coming in from that side. Campo still in the back line, just shooting people in the back. Gets an OP. Gets cheap. Yeah, I can zoom out. That's cool. Look at him. Just running around in here. Spotting the Tiger. Gets taken out by Huzzah. Flare goes up here in the back line. They're going to see that there's nobody else from GBI back here. They'll be able to push their reinforcements back forward, but GBI gets a strong wave of troops right there in the trenches, like right in the front door. They push around, got right into the trenches. They're taking control of the house. This is really bad for Helios. This is not what they're going to want to see here in the last 13 minutes. They're going to have to direct their artillery back here. Maybe even use their own bombing run if they haven't used it recently. I can't remember the last time they used it. I know it's been a few minutes, but it might not be back up yet. Now, GBI does lose a lot of their guys, but they still have control of the circle. The cap is going their way. It's about a third of the way cap towards GBI now. It's getting contested. It's going a little back and forth. I do see Breakor is contested. So depending on what happens here, we might have to shoot up there. Looks like DJ is getting himself set up to drop his squad on the attack as soon as they clean this up and hold it. GBI pushing the front door really hard. Pushing 5 points really hard. Pushing the east side just a little bit. Nice rocket shot right there from Snack. They're keeping the pressure on. The ticker's going back and forth a little bit. Helios is trying to hold this. Checking the map. I want to see if he gets a spawn in up there. If they can hold this, they might be able to flip and start capping. They're pushing the Lukes back east. Keeping their tanks in the circle right now. Looks like they're trying to get their tanks in the circle. That Tiger right there is damaged. The Tiger on the left is backing off a little bit. I don't even know what that explosion was over there. I don't see anything from Helios that just disappeared off the map, so could have been a GBI something. I can't say for sure. It was behind the tree. You can see the 76 over there dueling it out with the Tiger on the left side. Opposite sides of 5 points, though. More spawn-ins going for GBI. There is a cap going on for Helios, but I don't know if it matters. GBI has a lot of pressure here in the circle. They need a bombing run. They need something. They need artillery. They need to do everything they can to pull this back. It's not looking good. They have complete control of the 5 points. The Tiger pushes up. He's trying to take out the 76. A second 76 is pushing up to back him up. That Tiger is now completely out of position. He's got ATs behind him. He's got 276 in front of him. He's going to have a hard time getting out of there alive. The other 76 pushes around. He goes in. Here comes the bombing run. We'll see if it's enough to stop this. Now, that's going to kill a lot, but I don't know if it's going to kill enough. That bombing run was a little too deep. I don't think he really realized how far GBI has made it into the circle. I'm pretty sure he has his reinforced down. They've got a tank in there right now. Is that a Luke's? A Luke's. The other Tiger's also just inside of the circle. They're barely pulling it back, but as soon as that reinforces down, they're gonna not. I don't think they have enough in there to stop this without the reinforce. The Tiger is backing off. If he backs out of the circle, they might start losing the up. The Tiger backed off out of the circle. GBI starting to cap again. He has to keep moving. He cannot get hit with a precision strike, but this is looking really, really bad for Helios. Banking on that capture and having that squad go for the attack. Wait a minute. Did they cap it first? They did cap it first. Why was I looking at that wrong? That's the second time I've done that. What is wrong with my brain? Let's just watch the ticker and make sure that works right. It does not. Scoreboard. 4-1. 4-1 for Helios. They got that capture. They won that cap race. I was looking at that backwards. I felt like they were winning the other way. I don't know. You guys are gonna make a lot of fun of me for this, and that's what I'm here for. So, you know, enjoy. I hope you all have a good time laughing at the Goomotrain. What was that? Truck. Nothing. Does look like they are going to take this back, though, so Helios wins the cap race. They needed that to happen. That's going to buy them plenty of time to clean this back up and take AA back. I think. I'm so thrown off now by my confusion. Grr, stupidity. Yeah, they're pushing back in, taking back control at AA. They're going to clean this up and just hold the center. The break arc capture, it was good. It was good. It worked. Got completely cleaned up, though. Nothing left. So it's going to flip back here in a second. So now when I hit the banner, it's going to throw up the wrong banner. Because Helios didn't capture AA. That's not an issue. That's just a thing, like when you do the stream deck, you can only set the buttons up to drop the banner in the right direction so many ways. And in order to get it to do what I want here, I have to make something else not work right. And I calculated that this capture would happen less often, and so of course it happened first. GBI now back in the front door. Starting to get their pressure back on. Maybe they were as confused about that cap race as I was. I don't know, because they really had a lot of pressure going on here in the front still. That's part of why I was watching it so intently. It seemed like they had that one. They did not, and now they do not. And Helios is. Let's take a look at what they're doing. They got a lot of garrison spread out across the territory, and they're pretty much turtled up around the circle right now. With, I mean, they've got 5 minutes yet. 5 minutes yet that GBI could get some pressure on. So GBI's, if they want to get this, they're gonna have to try. They're probably gonna have to do the front door thing again. long-range rockets swing and a miss going across. All right, here comes GBI. Looks like they are going to put some pressure onto the 5 points and the front door. Here comes an ammo crate for probably Helios. Yep, there it goes, dropping down there by the tank. What's going on in the east? Nothing going on in the east. It's all right here. It's all right here. This is where the final battle, the final showdown is going to go down. Let's see what GBI does with it. Flares going up for Helios. That was a Helios flare. Looks like there was a flare over on my left for GBI as well. A lot of spawn-ins coming in from GBI there across from AA Network. A little bit of fighting going on over in Dugout and a little bit of fighting going on at Pierre's, but most of the troops are centered right here in the middle. 3 minutes and 45 seconds left for GBI to start this capture. It's not looking great for him at the moment. It was looking a lot better a minute ago when I was all confused. It was looking better for you when I was confused, GBI. You need to convince the game to listen to my brain and not what's actually happening if you want to win this. Boom! Pop-Tart gets taken out by a rocket. See the Tiger below us is just hanging out behind AA, sending some long-range rounds across those little open areas across above the trenches. But you can see it. GBI does not even seem to be putting that much pressure on anymore. Some more long-range rockets coming in. Seems like they maybe want to push 5 points right now. A lot of their guys seem to be going in that direction instead of straight towards the front door. So maybe these guys spawned in over here, showed their face as a ruse, and now they're trying to push 5 points. But there's a number. Helios guys just waiting for them right there in the hedges. Volition goes down, Perpy goes down. Here comes Cersei. Cersei goes down. Proceeds goes down. Just getting cut down as they push across the open areas. And while this is happening, back over at Breakor. Yep, there's our guy DJ slipping around the corner again. And this time, I caught it. Yay, me! I caught it. Probably get some, geez. Prawn Hub getting some kills over here, though. Holding up this capture. Pulling it back even. But that will force Helios to pull, or GBI to pull a little bit of their pressure off of AA Network now. It looks like they're popping some smokes, trying to get in close. Trying to make their way up the hedge here. They're getting up there. They do got one of their tanks right in there. Already dropping right on top of him. All of his infantry support's going down before they can make it through the open area. 1 minute and 30 seconds left for GBI to start this capture. They don't even have anything close to the circle. I have no advice whatsoever except for Artie, bombing run, bum rush the circle. I don't know what else to tell you. You have 1 minute and 10 seconds to start this capture. Do they got something behind us we don't know about? They don't. They don't have anything behind us that we don't know about. They have nothing close to the circle except for maybe this tank right here, which has just been revealed by a flare and has a lot of infantry around it, including several ATs. One of them gets blown to pieces by the tank. 45 seconds to start this capture for GBI. Helios turtled up, holding strong, even pushing out from the center a little bit. Trying to push these guys away from the circle. Something went up over there. Was that one of the tanks or was that a recon? It's a Jeep. It was a Jeep. 15 seconds. Here comes a bombing run from Helios. Helios, I think. That's not even a Helios bombing run. That's GBI with the danger close bombing run right in their face. 2-1. They are not capping. That is the victory for Helios in this quarterfinals for the winter 2024. HCA Winter 2024 quarterfinals. God, what is wrong with me today? There you go. There goes the 76 in the front door. They're still putting the pressure on, but it's all over. It's too late. Wolf Pussy goes down. Wicks is pushing out. Chuba Baba getting right in his face. Chuba Baba goes down. Wicks goes down to Brutal. Rockets going off into the house, not killing anybody. Counter rockets going off into the other house, not killing anybody. Explosions. I hear airplanes. There's a lot going on, but not a lot that we're seeing. Level goes down. They're pushing the 5 points pretty hard again, but it's all over. The time's up. We could just kind of sit back and watch the ticker run out. This was a beautiful match by both teams. I loved it. I mean, Helios just held the line. They held their line pretty much on this road the entire match. Just this road. Now, GBI did manage to swing around over here on the east side a number of times. They even got all the way up, you know, over here as far as, and even into the circle. That worked a couple times early game. They almost got in there. Weren't quite able to capture that way. And then in the last, you know, 20 or so minutes, just started bum rushing from right here in the front door and right here in 5 points. Almost captured it a couple times. I even thought that they did because I'm stupid. But Helios managed to capture Breakcore instead. And yeah, with that, 4, 3, 2, 1, game! Congratulations, Helios, for your victory. GBI, you did your best. Let's take a look at the combat scores. 2200 for that's a tank. 1600. 2200. A lot of these guys are leaving, so I can't really see them in time. They leave right away. I am seeing some good individuals. 540 individual, 689, 681 individual combat scores. Not too bad. I mean, I've definitely seen some guys who can hit 1,000, but those are still beautiful. I think my best ever was 500. So beautiful combat scores. Beautiful game. Wow, that was amazing. I apologize for anything ridiculous that I did, but I also don't feel that bad because I know you guys are going to have fun making fun of me. So enjoy making fun of the Goomotrain. I'll take it in stride, I promise, even though deep down it's going to hurt my feelings. But that being said, I'm going to go ahead and shut her down there. Thank you, everybody, for watching, and I will catch you guys next time. With the heart